Dad, what you doing?
Well, I'm mixing up some epoxy here. Maybe. Okay, one side's coming out faster than the other. We need to have equal parts here. Probably can't really see what I'm doing right this moment, can you?
Nope.
So, I gotta have equal parts of hardener and glue. What's nice about epoxy is it comes with its own little cap. So now I've got another piece of this Bondo spreader, and I'm going to mix it up. This is supposed to be 5-minute set, 1 hour cure epoxy. See how it's changing color and turning white? It was clear and now it's got a white tinge to it. And what I'm gonna do is, this is our new servo mount, and I'm going to epoxy it to the top of the pumpkin here.
Is that fiberglass?
It's carbon fiber, but I don't really think it's carbon fiber. It doesn't feel light enough to be. So I think it's just printed plastic that looks like carbon fiber kind of thing, you know? But still looks the part. The risers here were supposed to be aluminum. They are not. They are plastic. So now I hold that there for a few minutes, and I'm gonna try and level off what's inside of there a little bit. I ain't scared to get it on my fender. No, I want it all the way up against there. An even amount sticking out the front there, which it's not right now. It's crooked. There we go. So anyway, I'll hold this for a few minutes. I'll be the clamp, and then we'll bring you back on the next spot. All right, so we got it epoxied here. I'm just waiting for it to dry, and that should mount the servo in there. Got the 2 screws here. Those will go into the one. I'll probably put one on the top, one on the bottom on the servo holes, just to hold it in there, and that should keep it from moving. Next step will be mounting the servo after this dries, and then Grayson and I can go out and bash the heck out of this thing. All right, so we got the servo mounted, and it has set. But now I'm going to tighten that one down too tight first. Get the servo mounted here. Didn't know I could speak German, did you? It's Guten Tag. All right, so one thing we had to do off camera, and here's a remnant of it, but we had to trim these posts, this one here and the other 2 in the back, in order to get this thing to fit right. So now, the servo arm. Oh no!
What?
It's too low. I'm gonna have to move this up on the servo arm, and I might have to chop the end off of it or get a shorter arm. Or we can put the top, raise this up and do it which, yeah, we might have to do that. But anyway, so that's how the servo is going to mount. Like I say, now we're probably going to have to space it up a little bit. I swore that I measured that beforehand, but apparently I did not. So back to the drawing board on that. Alright guys, so what I've done here is I've taken the servo arm and I just cut the bottom piece off of it and then just kind of rounded this over. And now when I put this on here, there's a little spot here on the front of the differential that I clearanced because there's nothing that's in there except for the tie rod. But anyway, now it can move back and forth and clear. So that should solve our problem, and we won't have to move the servo at all. Let's measure 15 times and cut once. That's the only advice I've got here. All right, so after a few little modifications, shorten the servo arm. I took a little bit off the back side of this pumpkin because there's actually nothing back there. Shortened and took a little bit off of a section right here, and then re-glued because the super glue didn't hold. So re-epoxied the spacer onto the pumpkin, and then onto the axle housing, and then onto the servo. So and I got this duct tape, or this double-sided duct tape, in there holding it because it's a perfect size to fit between the body and the servo. So anyway, we'll let that sit, and then tomorrow we'll be out bashing.